receive treatment from an orthopedic surgeon who specializes in sports medicine. Your physician will monitor your treatment at regular follow-up visits using advanced diagnostic techniques. If you were 30 to 75 years of age, have had meniscus surgery over 6 months ago, and still have knee pain, you may qualify. Please visit meniscus-trials.com for more information and to find out if you qualify for this clinical research opportunity. Limited space is available, so please visit meniscus-trials.com or call 877-829-1171. We are enrolling participants now at a medical facility near you. Visit meniscus-trials.com or call 877-829-1171.
Here's Jerry, Utah Hall of Fame tennis player, talking about balance of nature.
When you get to be a senior, my age, almost 77, you lose a step here, you lose a little reflex, you lose a little timing. But the thing I've noticed since I've been on balance of nature, I'm just as perky as ever. I don't get tired, and it's a wonderful feeling. I can play 4 or 5 hours of tennis a day, and up to that time I couldn't do that. It's wonderful to know that every day you can get the fruits and vegetables that you need to be taking. To me, it's just marvelous.
Take Dr. Howard's Health Challenge and find out how to get the best offer they've ever given. 2 free sets of fruits and veggies. We'll even ship them to you free. Now for details. Call 1-800-2468-751. That's 1-800-2468-751. Or go online to balanceofnature.com. Use promo code WOR.
Hey, nothing's more important than a good night's sleep. And you might have gotten these very expensive sheets or the best mattress. That's all good. But the most important thing is the pillow, the right pillow. Nothing works like a My Pillow. Nothing feels like a My Pillow. That take a few days to get used to, but once you do, you'll never go back to a regular pillow. Hey, they're doing that deal. You get a 4-pack, half price. 50% off. Use the promo code WOR. That'll get you the discount. You can go to mypillow.com. mypillow.com, and to get the 4-pack half price, use the promo code WOR.
Get your AC at PC Richard & Son.
WOR and WAXQ HD2 New York.
Well, we'll get to the news. Well, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear what you people come up with next. But right after that, we'll get to Donald Trump and James Comey. We'll go over the whole thing for a nice long time. Right after the news, we'll break it all down. We'll figure it all out. Coming up right after this is Ann Coulter will be with us in the next hour. Right here on 710 WOR.
Home of Len Berman and Todd Schmidt in the morning. And the New York Mets. 710 WOR, the voice of New York.
An iHeart radio station.
It is 72 degrees at 11 o'clock. Good morning. I'm Joe Bartlett. House Speaker Paul Ryan says he's not going to rush to judgment. This after the New York Times reported that a memo shows President Trump trying to pressure then FBI Director James Comey to drop the investigation into former National Security Advisor Michael Flynn.
We need the facts. It is obvious there are some people out there who want to harm the president, but we have an obligation to carry out our oversight regardless of which party is in the White House. And that means before rushing to judgment, we get all the pertinent information.
Trump allegedly told Comey, I hope you can let this go. But Ryan wants to know why Comey didn't speak up at that time. Democratic Congressman Elijah Cummings says Republicans are refusing to act.
So the Republicans are not doing their job to hold the Republican president accountable. And so it's our job to do so.
Cummings says they've also experienced obstruction from the White House, saying it's refusing to turn over documents requested months ago. The president is speaking to the Coast Guard cadets today up in Connecticut, giving the commencement speech at the Coast Guard Academy. A 14-year-old boy arrested after a fire at a synagogue on the Lower East Side. He's charged with third-degree arson as a juvenile. The historic synagogue on Norfolk Street went up in flames on Sunday night in a case of suspected arson. Researchers have identified a second ongoing cyber attack, and it's using more tools stolen from the National Security Agency. While investigating the so-called WannaCry ransomware attack that destroyed more than 200,000 computers worldwide, the cybersecurity firm Proofpoint discovered a separate attack that also uses malware developed by the NSA. The impact to users seems less noticeable than the ransomware attack that increasingly looks like the work of North Korean hackers. This cyber attack appears to be going after Monero, which has replaced Bitcoin as the currency of choice among cyber criminals to purchase drugs, weapons, and other illicit things. As Proofpoint told us, you're not using Monero for anything good. Aaron Katursky, ABC News, New York. Person of interest being questioned in connection with a murder in Hempstead. Police responded to a domestic disturbance call, found a woman dead inside a home on Harvard Street. So far, no charges have been filed. 4 people hurt too seriously in a wrong-way crash in Westchester County. A woman driving on the Hutchinson River Parkway crashed head-on into a car about 9:40 last night. Police say she was driving north in the southbound lanes at that point where Scarsdale and Mamaroneck meet. The woman was arrested. Police say she's probably going to be charged with drunk driving. The MTA is promising to spend $20 million to improve subway performance, but you may not notice it for a while.
Transit types are weighing in on the MTA's big $20 million brainchild, and the consensus is subway riders won't feel a thing. The plan that includes more track and signal testing and paramedics will only apply to the AC&E lines in Manhattan and 2 transit hubs in the Bronx at first, and even then a noticeable change isn't expected before 2019. New subway cars are being added in the fall, but that's not expected to do much for the major delay demon, overcrowding. Alice Stockton, Rossini, 710 WOR.
Our news at 11 brought to you by Janovic Paint and Decorating Centers. It's 11:03 in just a moment to check on Wall Street and the weather.
Meet Jack, high-tax Jack Chitterelli. He supports jacking up your taxes. The gas tax? Jack it up. Income tax? Jack them up, too. The sales tax? Jack it up. No surprise, high-tax Jack Chitterelli usually votes with Democrats. High-tax Jack Chitterelli. Bad on taxes. Bad for Jersey.
Meet Kim Guadagno. She's not like Jack. Kim's plan cuts property taxes and saves middle-class families hundreds of dollars each year. Kim will audit every single dollar spent in Trenton and public employee sick pay abuse, slash fraud, abuse, and waste. Couldn't be clearer. Only Kim Guadagno is offering real relief for real families, making New Jersey more affordable. Kim Guadagno for Governor. Better. Paid for by Guadagno for Governor, Inc. P.O. Box 31, Metuchen, New Jersey.
All right, now let's check on Wall Street. Stocks are sharply lower in the early trading. Obviously, the White House issues resonating on Wall Street. The Dow Jones Industrial Average down 273 points. That's 1.33%. The NASDAQ down nearly 2%. That's 116 points. And the S&P is down 31. Here's WOR Weather Channel forecast. Hot temperatures here over the next couple of days. Could see some scattered showers and thunderstorms with a cold front on Friday and cooler temperatures for the weekend. Sunshine here this afternoon, 90 our high. Clear tonight, low 71. Partly cloudy tomorrow with a high near 90. Scattered showers and thunderstorms on Friday, high 85. Sunshine this hour, 72 with WOR.
This report brought to you by LifeLock.
Is your personal info for sale on the dark web? Monitoring your credit can't show you, but LifeLock sees a wide range of threats to your identity. If something happens, U.S.-based specialists can work to fix it. Go to LifeLock.com. Use promo code RISK to save 10%. It's now 11:05, checking our sports news. Game in a row, losing to Arizona 5-4, and they're going to try and get back on track this afternoon. The Mets turning to Matt Harvey this afternoon as they try and avoid a sweep. The Mets have now lost 6 in a row. Our coverage on WOR will begin at 2:05 this afternoon. The Yankees beat Kansas City by a score of 7-1 last night. Now 11:06, and that's our news. Our next update at 11:30, breaking news at once, and wake up with Glenn Bergen and Todd Schmidt in the morning, 6 to 10 tomorrow. I'm Joe Bartlett on 710 WOR at NBC News radio station.
Your shot at $1,000. Now, text the word BILLS to 200-200. You'll receive a confirmation text. Standard message and data rates apply. That's BILLS to 200-200.
710 WOR. Mr. New York, Mark Simone on WOR.
Wow, look at it out there. Sun, 85 degrees. A little out of breath. Doing a better show down the hall. I bet you are. No, for Nightline, they're actually shooting here in the studio, and then we did an interview down the hall. For Nightline tonight, you'll want to watch it. They've been shooting for like 5-6 hours. You'll see 13 seconds of this on the...
Did they ask you how you can defend this president?
Yeah.
How can you defend this man, Mark?
What are you talking about? What's to defend?
Come on, obstruction of justice. Giving classified information to the Russians. How do you defend this man?
You people have to calm down. It's too much. Again, Steve Bannon said it last year. If you think they're just going to hand you your country back without a fight, you are mistaken. Well, let's go over these one by one. The Russia conspiracy. Russia tampering with the election. Just for those who don't know, explain where Russia tampered with the election.
Well, we don't know. That's why they're investigating.
You can't. Can you imagine?
But, if the FBI director was fired because Trump said of this, because of this Russia thing,
well, we know
maybe there's something there.
We know that's not the case.
Wait, well, he said that.
He says a million things. Listen, everybody on every side of the aisle, every major Democrat called for Comey to be gone. Everybody called for his firing, resignation. We have the video up on the webpage. Everybody called for his firing. That was a no-brainer. First, the Washington Post reports he leaked the most sensitive information to the Russians, and we can't even tell you what country it was, because if they find out what country it is, that could damage our getting intelligence from them. But we find out now why they couldn't tell us what country it was. It was Israel. I'm sure the Russians were stunned to find out Israel's our ally.
Were you surprised to know that what he gave them was beyond top secret?
No, I don't think it was beyond anything.
It says it was beyond top secret.
First of all we know that he gave them is the laptop threat. There is a threat to have bombs in a laptop.
Right.
And they're banning them from certain international flights. And by the way, I hear that ban may expand. So if you can't have your laptop, I can't even get on a plane anymore. But that was, of course, public knowledge, and he may have acknowledged that Israel was the country. I don't think they left the room and said, oh my God, Israel is now working with them?
No, but the other thing, he may have exposed where the source came from. That Israel had embedded in ISIS the spy. Somebody's giving them the information. Now the person's in jeopardy.
We don't know that. We don't know anything. It's not like where Podesta got those guys in trouble because he revealed stuff. Or remember the Obama administration, they revealed the name of who the doctor was who led us to bin Laden, and that guy was immediately captured. Yeah, well, it does happen a lot, but we don't know anything like that happened in this case. And he could have a special prosecutor look into this Russia tampering. But when you hired him, he said, well, what did they tamper with? Where do you want me to look? Just say, we don't know, but it's somewhere. Just look.
Something's got to be there. If you believe this memo, Trump said, hey, he's a good guy, let it go. When you're talking about Michael Flynn.
I don't know. First of all,
obviously, he thinks there's something there.
Okay, a couple of things. First of all, we know that Comey's memory is very bad. We saw him under oath a week and a half ago. Explain in detail what Huma Abedin did. He explained how she sent 100,000 emails. The reason she did it was she wanted him to print it. It turned out the whole story was false. He got it all wrong. So that's just got a number wrong. No. He got the whole thing wrong. The story about they needed him to print it out. Everything he said was completely wrong. This was under oath, and it was the biggest case of his life, which he had just gone over with his staff and debriefed on. And 2 seconds later, he gets out there, can't remember anything that happened, got it all mixed up. So we don't know that we can trust Comey's memory. Also remember, we don't even know that any of this exists. It's the New York Times reporting it, and they have a history of fake Comey stories. Last week, they put this fake story out that Comey had asked for more resources for the Russia investigation. It turns out that's totally false. They had to pull back the story. It never happened. So you got to be careful. You got to wait for some facts. You can't trust the Times on this. Listen, growing pains. It happens all the time. A guy who's never been in politics is going to have missteps that are big missteps. But we can't have every time. Constitutional crisis, impeachment, you got like special prosecutors sliding down fire poles, jumping on the truck to get here.
Do you think it was just probably Trump trying to, working like he was doing a real estate deal? Hey, can we make a deal on this thing here?
No, he didn't say anything about making a deal. He said, hey, he's a really good guy. Can you see yourself letting this go?
Yeah.
We don't know. They said that Comey has a history of completely getting the story wrong, so we don't know what actually happened. Now, here's the key to all this. Under the law, if something happened where he tried to stop the investigation or obstruct it, under 2 separate laws, Comey has to report that to a judge or to the Justice Department. So if he did go back and write this out and think it over, he decided it never rose to that level and he took no action.
You know, it may come to the point where Comey says, the guy didn't know what he's talking. He probably doesn't know he shouldn't ask me that, so I'm just going to make a note of it and move on.
Well, first of all, we don't even know if anything's happened. Now, you get these guys, and here's some of these Comey deals with him. You know, he's quite the note taker. He's always taking notes. Well, when it comes to taking notes, he says, the whole Hillary interrogation, there's no notes of it. Biggest meeting of his entire life. He didn't take any notes. So he's not known for being
She didn't want any notes.
She's not up to her. She's the one being interrogated.
Oh, I think they agreed.
Yeah, no. But that's unheard of in that type of an investigation, especially the biggest one of your entire career. There's no notes.
Cost him his job.
And a lot of things cost him his job. There's a reason every Democrat wanted him gone. Bumbled up the whole Hillary thing, start to finish. Trump also was very mad that he wouldn't investigate the leaks. And that was a big thing, all these leaks coming out. They're a big crime. Now, a lot of people now thinking Comey knows that his people were involved in the leaks, so that may be one reason. In fact, there'll be a new director, and there probably will be an investigation, and they'll probably get some of Comey's people. And Comey will be sitting with Trump saying, can't you see yourself clear to let this go? They're really good people. That would be pretty fun. So I don't think anything happens here. You know, we go through this. How many times is it? Every day. Well, no, this conversation we have is every 2 months. This is it. He's finished. He's finished.
I don't know.
You know, we should just record all this, and every time there's one of these, we'll just cut out the actual incident and put in the new one.
How does he rebound from this? What does he do? How does he get this behind him?
It doesn't. None of this matters. All that matters, and it's being delayed, but if he succeeds, if he gets those tax cuts, if he gets jobs, if he gets everybody's health care premiums back to normal, that's all that
Well, the
matters.
markets don't think that he's going to get anything done because they're down pretty strongly today.
No, I know, but remember, markets were going to come down anyway, and everybody's been talking about it in the market business. Even the great economist Larry Kudlow, talking to him the other day, and he said we're ready for a pullback, and he said look at the commodities market. That's always this, you know, the canary in the coal mine. Commodities down. So there was a pullback coming, and all you need is anything to trigger it. So it was coming anyway. And not a big pullback. We used a little pullback.
What is it?
Well, also banks. There's a little problem with banks with interest rates. You might see a pullback on the bank stocks
Because interest rates going to go up again?
or not going to go up enough. Yeah, there's some question as to whether the market, the economy right now is really humming or not humming. It looks good, but everybody was looking for a little pullback. Anytime you have a big increase like that, you got to have a pullback at some point. You know, if he gets stuff done, and again, it's going to be delayed. What is this, May? Because by the end of the year, if he's got stuff done, that's all it matters.
Next week he goes out of the country. He'll be in Saudi Arabia and Israel, so he'll make some news over there.
Well, he's pretty good. You got to admit with foreign policy. He's been very good with that.
Well, a couple of secrets, yeah, sure.
No doubt I know, but he was very good with China. One meeting, and all of a sudden they're buddies. And even North Korea, I think he's made some big steps in North Korea. Kind of saying things that, what's his name? I can never remember. Kim Jong-un. That little speech he made about it, I understand what he went through. Imagine taking power at 27. You remember, we're not reading that, but Kim Jong-un is reading that, and he said, imagine what he went through, how tough this guy had to be. Can you imagine who tried to take that power away from him? Generals and others. He really had to be tough and smart to survive that. That kind of stuff.
Putin's a good guy, too.
You know, in some ways, he might be a good guy. Hey, nobody was chummier than Hillary Clinton with the Russians. I know you don't want to investigate that. She took $145 million from the Russians into her foundation. When was the last time you saw a $145 million contribution?
I don't see many of those.
No. And then next thing you know, it's okay to have there, take our uranium. But $145 million, that's a hell of a charitable contribution. Her campaign manager, got a little company in Massachusetts, gets a $30 million loan from Russia. You take your little company, go over there and say, how about a $30 million loan? Somehow she got that. Her campaign manager's brother is a registered Russian foreign agent. You don't want to investigate that. Sure, investigate it.
we need an investigation.
Oh, yeah, investigation. Anyway, let me know what you think. Let's just see what people think. Let's take this calls from all over the country. Let's go to Jackie in South Carolina. Hey, Jackie.
Hi, Mark. So happy to talk to you. Listen, about the Comey memos. I think Congress should demand all the Comey memos and look through all of them, going all the way back, and just kind of keep J. Edgar Hoover and what he did with some of his information when he tried to blackmail.
Yeah, the only problem is with all these Comey memos, I have a feeling you're going to get like an Anthony Weiner kind of going through his phone. You're going to see stuff you don't want to see. This Comey is like all over the map. He was a pretty straight arrow. Years ago, he was here in New York, in the U.S. Attorney's Office, and everybody thought he was great. A lot of people, especially people who know Comey, think he just got in over his head going to Washington on the highest level of dealing with the crazy politics of Loretta Lynch and all that.
Well, those memos are our property, that we pay for them, the taxpayers, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And one last thing, Joe Bartlett goes, say, I hope you treat him kindly. It gets on my nerves.
Joe Bartlett gets on your nerves?
Joe Bartlett.
What do you mean gets on your nerves? You're getting on mine. Yeah, you're getting on mine. We're not that crazy about you right now.
I had one nerve left and he got on it.
South Carolina. I think it's supposed to be nice and friendly. I think it's like the Andy Griffith show down there.
Fuck transplant.
Oh, yeah, you're from New York.
I got you on my iPad.
Oh, all right.
You're the only one that keeps my sanity, Mark.
All right. Well, thanks for calling. Take care. Well, you like that. Even South Carolina, they're picking on you. Let's go to Peter in New Jersey. Hey, Peter.
Hi, how you doing, Mark?
Good.
I had the same question as the lady before me.
Well, then what's the point if you're going to ask the same question?
Those memos need to come out. I'm sure the swamp creatures would love to see what Comey has written about them.
God, look what the hell you people started. What, we're going to read Comey memos now every day in the paper? I don't know. First of all, we don't know if there is a memo. We don't know. Let's go to Ron in Huntington. Hey, Ron.
Hey, Mark. Hey, nobody.
Good.
Joe just talked about something a couple minutes ago, and I just thought of this. Comey's going to do the same exact thing he did to Hillary. He sat on these things, he put it out there to smear Trump, and then when he gets questioned on it, he'll pull it back, and he'll say it was no big thing, but I just felt that people had to know about it. So this way, he doesn't indict Trump, but he keeps this whole thing going, and that's just my theory.
I think he's right. Yeah, but Comey's a little partisan. You remember in the Bush days with John Ashcroft, where he was asked to do something he felt might not be appropriate. He went right over to the White House and threatened to resign. He said, I'm taking 20 agents with me, I'm not with you. But under President Obama, never, everything's fine. You don't want her indicted? We won't indict her. He should have walked out onto that tarmac meeting. He should have said, where's the memo on that tarmac meeting with Bill Clinton?
I'd like to see that one.
Yeah, there's no memo on that. Well, we'll see. This, I don't know.
So you think it's not a big deal?
No, and let me repeat this. Comey's under oath a week and a half ago, and he says, let me explain what Huma Abedin did. This is the most serious case of this guy's life, and he goes into detail about what she did, how many emails she sent to Anthony Weiner, why she sent it. It turned out the whole story was false. That doesn't alarm you.
He wasn't trying to confuse anybody or mislead anybody, or...
Oh, I'm not saying he was deliberately lying. I said, doesn't that alarm you about his mental state? I think he said all wrong. Biggest case of his life, and he accused this woman of sending 100,000 classified emails, and it never happened. That doesn't bother you. It doesn't make you wonder about Comey.
No.
Nah, that is a mistake. Under oath, and I would imagine he was briefed like crazy.
It wasn't deliberate.
That's my point. He didn't know what he was saying. His memory was all crazy. And this is in the hearing where he's testifying in front of the whole country under oath. You would think he was briefed and prepared himself for this testimony. He got the whole thing wrong. You got to really wonder about his memory here.
That's why he writes things down.
Well, you can't win with this. The swamp people, these alligators are out there. Anyway, let me know what you think. 800-321-0710 is the number. Ann Coulter will be with us at 11:40. See what you guys say about this.
She's still on board?
Well, she was speaking out against Trump earlier in the week. She wants that wall, so that's the most important thing.
Michael Goodwin's wobbling a little bit.
Michael Goodwin, we had him on Monday. I said, you've gone wobbly in the past. He said, that's true.
New York Post editorial today calling the president inept.
He's inept, I would agree with. These are missteps. If you go back and look at the first 6 months of the Clinton administration, everything was a disaster, total disaster. Sometimes not as bad because he had been obviously a professional politician for many years, but total disaster. That clean house. Remember they had to bring in David Gergen to rescue the administration. They had all these young inept people, Mike McElharty, who was in way over his head. Everybody was too young. He had these young kids advising him. Stephanopoulos was only 32 at the time. D.D. Myers, I think, was 33 at the time. They were just too young and inexperienced. So we'll take some calls. And check out the webpage. There's some great stuff up there today. You got to see this new Apple headquarters. This was apparently Steve Jobs' most important project before he died. Building this. This is the most spectacular office building ever built in history. And you'll see it in the video, the new Apple headquarters. Also, watch this Don Lemon, the crazy, nutty CNN anchor, very biased sort of an anchor. Watch Morgan Freeman straighten him out, and even curse a little at him on television. We got that up on the webpage. Also, did you watch this? The top, I gotta see it. The top 5 worst golf shots ever. These are all in major tournaments. One of them is even Tiger Woods. And that one may be the single worst golf shot ever in a tournament. They're all up on the webpage. You go to 710WOR.com, then go over to the Mark Simone page, or just go to 710WOR.com/Mark. 710WOR.com/Mark.
Here's microbiologist Dr. Tim O'Neill talking about balance of nature.
Scientific research has shown that many cancers and lifestyle diseases can be prevented with a diet rich in fruits and vegetables. This prevention comes from the phytochemicals in the plants. They fight against oxidants that damage the cell's DNA, causing mutations that lead to disease. I don't take any supplementation, but I take balance of nature because I've seen it in my lab. I've seen the immune response increase. I've seen your DNA repair capacity increase, and I've seen DNA protection, and I know that it works.
Take Dr. Howard's Health Challenge and find out how to get 2 free sets of fruits and veggies. We'll even ship them to you free. Call now for details. Call 1-800-2468-751. That's 1-800-2468-751. Or go online to balanceofnature.com. Use promo code WOR.
Hey, there's a shirt company I love. They do custom-made shirts, proper cloth. You go to the website, just look at the pictures. Joe Bob, go to the website, propercloth.com, look at the pictures. These are the shirts. Oh, they're beautiful.
Yeah.
But here's the deal. They're really custom-made. You know, most of these custom-made things, it's not really custom-made. They just get you your size collar and the right sleeve length and throw it on a body. But this really is custom-made. You know, if you have, like the collar's too tight, you like it bigger, so you'll get it a bigger size, but then the body's way too big and baggy. With proper cloth, you can really custom make the whole body to fit you exactly. If your stomach, if you want a bigger stomach, but not such a big neck. Whatever you need, you answer the questions online, and I've used them. I've used them for over a year. It really will fit you perfectly. Beautiful fabrics. If you just go to the website, look at the pictures, you'll see propercloth.com. Really beautiful dress shirts, great, the nicest looking casual shirts. Propercloth.com, and they're absolutely tailor-made to your body. You can do it online. The price is great. We'll even get you a little discount. Use my first name, Mark, as the code to get $20 off your first shirt. Use Mark and get $20 off. But just go to the website, propercloth.com. Propercloth.com.
This week on Money Matters, Gary Goldberg welcomes Diana Henriquez, whose book on Bernie Madoff, The Wizard of Lies, is now a movie airing on HBO. Don't miss Money Matters with Gary Goldberg and Diana Henriquez. Sunday at 7 p.m. on 710 a.m. WOR.
Joining me today is Rob Martin, health broadcaster and product developer. He's here to speak with us about a breakthrough in anti-aging skincare called Genucellus. Finally may be the answer to targeting eye puffiness and bags. Now, Rob, what is Genucell?
Well, Genucell is a natural treatment, very intensive to the appearance of your eye. We get those eye bags and the puffiness, and now we have a way to address it scientifically, naturally. It's very, very effective.
Now, it's unique, right? What's in it that's different?
Well, number one, what makes it unique is it actually works. It gets to the core of the problem, gets in there, and starts expelling this from under your eyes. Right now, we have a lot of copycats out there, and what they're selling to people, either it's essentially a makeup, or it's something that tightens the skin temporarily. But it doesn't go to the core of the problem. When you have the ingredients we have, like the plant stem cells and isoryl, we get to the core of the problem, get the fluid out.
And what's the difference that listeners will see?
Well, in a very short period of time, they're going to see a remarkable transformation in the appearance of their eyes, the bags, the fussiness, all of it. You're going to love it.
I hope you have a special offer for us.
Guess what? Order Genucel today. You'll get a 3-month supply with your order. You'll also get the Genucel immediate effects for free. 800-525-4971. 800-525-4971. 800-525-4971.
Do you have persistent knee pain? Is knee pain affecting your daily life? You may have an option. Medical researchers are evaluating an investigational device for people who still have knee pain following meniscus surgery. You will receive treatment from an orthopedic surgeon who specializes in sports medicine. Your physician will monitor your treatment at regular follow-up visits using advanced diagnostic techniques. If you were 30 to 75 years of age, have had meniscus surgery over 6 months ago, and still have knee pain, you may qualify. Please visit meniscus-trial.com for more information and to find out if you qualify for this clinical research opportunity. Limited space is available, so please visit meniscus-trial.com or call 877-829-1171. We are enrolling participants now at a medical facility near you. Visit meniscus-trial.com or call 877-829-1171.
Here at iHeartRadio, we're pretty easy. In fact, we pride ourselves on it. Listening to music shouldn't be hard. iHeartRadio lets you have your music collection and your radio station together in a single app. This is Brett Michaels, and this is iHeartRadio. iHeartRadio is easy. Go ahead, spread the word. We don't mind. The easy-to-use app for music and radio. Download the free iHeartRadio app now. A grand in your hand. Your chance to score $1,000 on 710 WOR. Want to stuff your wallet with $1,000? Oh my goodness, that's great. Be listening at 5 past every hour from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. weekdays for the Q to text to get in on the winning on 710 WOR. Mark Simone on 710 WOR.
Hey, we'll take some calls. 800-710 is the number. 800-321-0710. It's Amazon. You always got to worry about them. What the hell is this Amazon up to now? They're going to open retail stores. Every retail store is dying. Amazon wants to open retail stores. Nobody can figure out why. So word is now they want to take over the pharmacy business. One by one, they're taking everybody's business. First, they wipe out all the bookstores. Then they start selling everything else. But they see the multi-billion-dollar pharmacy market as the next target. So what does that mean? That you'll order all your prescriptions from Amazon. Remember, they can get them there the next day. Or they'll use their retail locations. So if you're in the pharmacy business, now you got to worry about Amazon. And they are deadly when it comes to taking business from people. Let's go to Barbara in New Jersey. Hey, Barbara.
Hi, Angel.
Good.
Maybe Trump did say something to Comey, but I think he should have meant it like, she would like to treat Hillary Clinton's case.
Well, it could be. Listen, you can say something to them. You can say, hey, listen, I don't know if you can let this go or give this guy some slack. He's a good guy, former military. You could say that. Obviously, if Comey did make a memo, he's excited there was nothing there because under the law, under a couple of U.S. laws, he's obligated to report attempt to interfere. He's obligated to report that to a judge, to the Justice Department, and he never did. So, based on what he saw, he decided no action was necessary. Let's go to Peter in the Bronx. Hey, Peter.
Hey, good morning, good morning. I just want to comment on everyone saying, well, obviously, Trump is an ass, Trump is this. Look, I cannot imagine facing every day a $100 billion media infrastructure aligned with a gazillion-dollar security undercover infrastructure, all designed to produce gotcha results no matter what Trump says or does. The guy's a builder. The guy's a businessman. And
well, he's a lot of things. And listen, he may be a little inept at this. I bet. Right now he's got the biggest, finest golf courses in the world. But I'm trying to remember when he first started that business, he might have made some mistakes back in the beginning. But right now he's building the greatest hotels. People will tell you, it's about building for the country. But whatever it is, it's a thing. Well, even travel agents say that Trump hotel in Washington may be the finest hotel in America. But if you go back and look at the first hotel he ever built, maybe that's a mistake. So you can't be inept. You can't be new at this. Clinton had the most inept first 6 months of anybody. So that's possible. But this guy is very smart. You have to admit one thing. Even no matter how much you hate him, you have never seen any human being that can take so much incoming fire and not even flinch. You've got to admit that. Absolutely. He can take these hits like nobody ever. Some of us, you look online and get a couple of bad comments. You're bothered by it. That couldn't care less. I saw him once in one of those rallies when he yelled at it. He said, I will take these hits for you. He's really doing it for us. That's an incredible ability to be able to withstand that kind of fire. You ever go, like, your boss yells at you or something, and somebody says, that was terrible, and you talk all day. Yeah, right. Look what this guy can take. He better be able to take a punch. He's getting them. It's not a punch. He takes more punches per second than any human being. Nope. Name anybody in the history of the world that's taken this kind of an attack for a year and a half. It's a daily onslaught. Even Hitler didn't get you tell I pick up the paper every day. Not like it's a bad article. Pick up the paper, start to finish. That's true. His wife, his first wife, Ivana, told me, remember when they got divorced and with all the bad press? She told her assistant, back then it was just newspapers, there was no website. She said to the assistant, do me a favor, cut out all the bad articles about me. So that when I go to breakfast, I don't have to see them. So the assistant would take a scissors and cut all the articles. So Ivana said one day, he picked up the paper, she right through it. Almost every article was in this paper. So if you did that for Trump, there'd be nothing. There'd be a crossword. There'd be ads. That's right. Yeah. Well, they don't have ads anymore in the newspaper business. They're dying. That's another reason. New York Times, Washington Post, no longer operating as businesses. They're both owned by billionaires who just use them as weapons. They don't have to worry about giving this. It'll be interesting to see how he rebounds from this. How many times have we had this conversation? Ann Coulter will be with us next. We'll see what she's got to say about this. But first, on 710 WOR, let's get the latest news. Here's Joe Barton.
All right, Mark. House Democrats now accusing Republicans of refusing to hold President Trump accountable. New York Times says the memo written by fired FBI Director James Comey claims Trump tried to get him to drop his investigation into former National Security Advisor Michael Flynn. House Speaker Paul Ryan warned against a rush to judgment and said they need to get all the facts. 14-year-old boy has been arrested for a fire at a historic synagogue in the Lower East Side. He was charged with third-degree arson as a juvenile. Police want to talk to two others seen running from that fire on Norfolk Street. And Chelsea Manning has been released from a military prison. She was sentenced to 35 years before be barred for giving classified information to WikiLeaks. But Manning served just 7 years after having her sentence reviewed by President Obama. Our next update at noon, breaking news at 1. Wake up with Lev Urban and Todd Schnader in the morning. 6 to 10 tomorrow. I'm Joe Bartlett on 710 WOR and NBC News radio station. Here's WOR Weather Channel forecast. High temperatures here over the next couple of days. Scattered showers, thunderstorms for the cold front on Friday. Cooler temperatures for the weekend. Sunshine here this afternoon. 90 are high. Clear tonight, low 71. Partly cloudy tomorrow with a high near 90. Scattered showers, thunderstorms on Friday, high 85. Sunshine this hour, 72 WOR. Now, talking with you on WOR, Bernie Unactive. People drive differently when they're listening to soft or loud music. I think they drive faster when they're higher music. I do it all the time. You really? I mean, you admit to it. Yeah. Oh, my God. Yeah. What do you prefer, loud or soft music? It depends on the vehicle. How about you? What do you think?
I think people get aggressive when they play heavy metal and hard rock music.
You see them on the road driving?
Yeah, you can see them stopping in their car. Sure, absolutely. I love to dance to the music when the music is loud, but I'm very aware of what I'm doing when I'm driving.
Especially commuting on a regular route, right? I think there's relatively brain dead while they're driving.
Well, I think that if you're listening to soft music, it's going to make you calmer. And if you're listening to maybe rap music or rock music, you'll probably have a little bit more tech in your step.
Talking with you on 710 WOR, I'm Ernie Anastas. See you at 6 o'clock on Fox 5.
Hey, if you haven't tried to buy pillow on top, it's like a big difference. It takes a little getting used to that, but, some people don't. But I always have to stick with it. The third or fourth night, they always call you sick. You're right. You never go back to a regular pillow. If you got a My Pillow and you want more, this is a good time to order them. They're doing that special. You get a 4-pack, half price, 2 premium My Pillows. So these are not the ones from the store. These are really good premium My Pillows. And then you get 2 of the smaller, only-wear travel My Pillows. 50% off. Use the promo code WOR. That'll get you that special price. And you get the 60-night money-back guarantee, the 10-year warranty. You go to mypillow.com, mypillow.com, or if you want to call it, 800-651-0993, 800-651-0993. And remember to get the special price. The promo code WOR. If your basement or crawl space smells, if you hate running a dehumidifier, then you need to hear this. There's a better way to transform those damp, musty areas into a dry, healthy environment. It's with the Wave Moisture Control Unit, which dries out the entire basement and crawl space without any buckets of water, and will save you hundreds of dollars in electricity. The Wave Unit reduces moisture, which nourishes mold, odors, and dust mites. It excludes radon, combustion gases, and chemicals that cause health issues, trigger asthmatic symptoms, and worse. You'll be amazed at how easy it is to have a fresher, drier, healthier home all year round. Take advantage of our huge pre-season sale going on now. All Wave units come with a 1-year money-back guarantee. Wave Home Solutions for advanced air and water technologies. Call now, 888-798-WIG, 888-798-WAVG, or visit mydryhouse.com, mydryhouse.com.
Memorial Day is around the corner, and Renewal by Anderson's Memorial Day window sale is in full swing. I'm Larry Landis, the local owner of Renewal by Anderson. During our Memorial Day sale, we're taking 20% off all replacement windows and patio doors, and taking an additional $250 off your entire project. Take advantage of our Memorial Day sale now through May 31st, and we'll install your windows while the weather is nice. Get 20% off all our windows and patio doors, and get an additional $250 off the whole project. With no money down, no payments, and no interest for a year. Renewal by Anderson's Memorial Day window sale ends on May 31st. Call and ask for an appointment during our sale. Call 1-800-637-4747. 1-800-637-4747. That's 1-800-637-4747.
Offer not available in all areas. Conditions and restrictions apply. Call for license information.
Hi, everybody. This is Tom Marinaro, the president of Residential Home Funding Corporation. And boy, do I have great news for you. Mortgage rates are finally back in the 3s. So if you own a home and have an interest rate over 4%, you need to warn it right away, and I will waive all of my lender fees. That's right, 0 lender fees for all WOR listeners. And you can even get cash out. So you have nothing to lose. Call me right away at 1-800-636-LEND. That's 1-800-636-LEND. Residential funding has been serving the New York, New Jersey, and tri-state area for over 15 years. We have offices in Parsippany, New Jersey, and White Plains, New York. We're licensed by the New York and New Jersey Departments of Banking and Insurance, and our NMLS number is 34973. So again, save thousands of dollars, but you gotta call me right now at 1-800-636-LEND. That's 1-800-636-LEND.
Hey, if you need an MRI or CAT scan or need to go to radiology, the best radiology is Wagner, Missouri. They're all over Long Island. They have 22 locations. That's also one in Queens. And doctors have told me there's nothing like Wagner, Missouri. For instance, when it comes to MRI, they get 3D MRI, faster, better images, and less than 10 minutes to get the best image quality. Also, it's got the wide more open-sided pictures, so it's much more comfortable. To get better reading. It's also the radiologists that are working there. They all have subspecialties. They've got over 50 of these radiologists. So when you get the reading, it'll be from the radiologist with a specialty in that area. Give you a much better interpretation. So doctors like to send people to this Wagner, Missouri, but you can do it yourself. You can make your own appointment. You can just go to their website, feedbrad.com, P-R-A-D, feedbrad.com, or you can call 631-444-5544. That's FI011456.
Celebrate Harlem with Harlem Eat Up, May 18th to May 21st. Come to the ultimate grand tastings at Morningside Park with food samplings from dozens of Harlem restaurants and the drinks to go with them. Go to HarlemEatUp.com for tickets, and we'll see you there. All the Mets action is on 710 WOR.
Hey, I'm Steve McCarthy. Catch Mets on deck an hour and then I'll take your phone calls in the Sports Zone after the game. I'm Wayne Randazzo. Join me as I talk with manager Terry Collins during every pregame show and some of the biggest stars of the game in my post-game wrap.
And of course, we'll bring you every exciting moment on the field. Hi, I'm Howie Rose.
And I'm Josh Lewin.
Your Mets radio broadcaster. Only on the home of the Mets, 710 WOR.
Mr. New York, large remote.
On 710 WOR.
Well, we'll talk to Ann Coulter in just a moment. Didn't call you, did she?
No, that's not like her. She's usually right on time.
They text her while we're on the air. We see if I can do two things at once. I can't text and drive, but I think I can do this. In the meantime, let's go to Florida and say hello to Joel. Hey, Joel.
Good morning, Mark. Mike, you're a very brave man. I have a very simple question. I've been listening to Joe Bartlett for so many years, and my question is very simple. Obviously, I understand Joe Bartlett's biases. If Hillary had been elected, would he act as hypercritical of Hillary as he is of Trump or any Republicans for that matter?
Russia, all of that. Can you point out an adequate in the Trump campaign for about 2 seconds? And also, about a few years ago, everybody was being encouraged to do business with Russia back then. But whenever you mentioned Hillary took $145 million from Russia, her husband was flying over there to make speeches at triple his normal rate. When you point up all this stuff, they just look the other way. Obviously, a Russian connection doesn't really bother them. If you point out the Hillary Clinton campaign tangled up Russian connection. I mean, her campaign manager taking $30 million from a Russian bank. His brother is a paid Russian agent. That doesn't bother anybody. So that's obviously not really about Russia. It's just politics. Let's go to Mike in New Jersey. Hey, Mike.
Hi, Mark. Oh, my God.
This is what we like. A confused guy who gets on the air in front of millions of people and wages up for.
I'm ready.
All right.
Yesterday I heard that the DNC investigation was done by a trained company, not by the FBI. Have you heard that?
The DNC investigation?
Yes.
Yeah. As far as the DNC server being hacked, they brought in a company called CrowdStrike. And CrowdStrike did the investigation and said it's definitely Russia, that's the hacking. Well, it turns out this whole report has been discredited. First of all, there was no security on the server. Everybody in the world was hacking into it. CrowdStrike apparently was told to look for it and make it look like Russia. The whole report was discredited. By the way, another strike against Comey. We're upset with him that he was still defending that CrowdStrike report even after it was discredited. And for some reason, the DNC would not allow the FBI to ever look at the server. They would not give the FBI or our government access to check the server. Why would that be? Probably, just guessing, probably they wanted to see that everybody had hacked into that, that they had no security of any kind on the server. So what do you think happened to Ann Coulter? This is not my fair, but she overslept. So I just texted her. No answer. We'll find her. Don't worry. We'll find her. Let's go to John in Long Island. Hey, John.
Good morning, Mark. I feel like I'm living in a bad ancient TV series here. It's like that 7 days in May. Well, told me you better stay out of Fort Lauderdale for the next couple.
All right. Well, we found Ann Coulter. She's there. Ann Coulter, how are you?
Mark, how are you?
A little late. Did you just wake up?
I'm not telling you.
Oh, it's not so bad. So, what do you think? What do you think? Every time, every few months we go through this. This is it. He's finished.
It's every day. It's every day. I think I'm finally my phone goes up today. Every time I want to be mad at Trump, the media pulls me back in. I keep trying, and they're driving me crazy. Because there is unbelievable. You know, one great piece of news is, at least the last week, I know, okay, check this again. Axios did an evaluation of what was being talked about on social media. And Comey's firing was like at the bottom.
Well, you know, people don't get this. And you talk to anybody in the bubble here, anybody in the news media, anybody, and say, you know, all this, I don't know who Comey is. When you hear about Comey, they look at you like this. But
no, and finally, these are talking about the weather and I don't know what's on TV. They were all
yeah, but if you look, all over social media, which is a pretty good barometer, nobody is talking about Comey. They just don't care about it.
right, and the latest ones are even crazier. This business, it was funny, I don't know if you know, yeah, I guess it's Tuesday night. I've been doing other stuff. I'm going about my business. And turn on the TV at, I don't know, midnight. And it was total hysteria on Tuesday night, Mark. It was hilarious. The most embarrassing hyperventilating lunatic was Alan Dershowitz, and someone has got to look that up and post that it is more embarrassing than his defense of OJ. This hyperventilating on Super Anderson saying, we just can't make this political. This can't be partisan. This is the most important issue that this country has ever affected. You have to look this up. I'm not making that up at all. It was so pathetic. And then it turns out, the claim is Trump has leaked some classified information to the Russians. Well, anyone vaguely familiar with our law and Constitution, the president can't leak classified information. By definition, that is impossible. Classified information belongs to the president. He can slice it, he can dice it, he can leak it to whomever he wants, or give it to whomever he wants. He determines whether it's classified. And then the claim was this weird, secretive, bootstrapping claim about, yep, revealed sources and methods, and this is going to hurt us, and lots of hyperventilating about that. And then McMaster and Tillerson and Dina Powell, even that Goldman Sachs wench, all said, no, we were in the room. He did not reveal any sources. But the Washington Post and the New York Times, they have anonymous sources. No, this is totally the deep state trying to take out the president to determine their own foreign policy, and they apparently want to have with Russia, not with Islamic terrorism, which Russia is our ally in fighting. It is the entire... Republicans, Mark Simone. Oh, my God! We've got this book It is the uniparty against the people. But, you know, who could remind us of this by building the wall?
Oh, you and the wall. We'll get to that. San Diego. We'll get to the wall. Hey, Steve Bannon, a year ago, he said, if you think they're just going to hand you your country back without a hell of a fight, you're mistaken.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
So...
but, you know, do you think... I do love referring to everything as Watergate these days. Everything reminds me of Watergate. President Sneed say, hey, you know who else needs Mark?
Yeah, you know, everything used to be Hitler. Everything he did, he was Hitler. Now everything is Watergate.
Come on, stupid.
Yes, but one small problem with that is they weren't counting on the internet. I mean, all day Tuesday, or Tuesday, yes, I don't know what day. It was we haven't even talked about this news, but that Seth Rich murder may have been the source of the TNT stuff to WikiLeaks. There was more news on that coming out, and that's what trending on Twitter for the last 48 hours. Nothing about Comey, about Russia. Wait a minute.
Yeah, I don't think they get, you know, you remember there was a period of 3-4 months where all he did was write about Steve Bannon, and they finally figured out nobody anywhere in America knows who Steve Bannon is. They're not reading any article about Steve Bannon. Even Steve Bannon wasn't being story. They gave that up, and now it's going to be Comey.
I know. We have to keep going through these periodic and annual Goldstein from Orwell's 1984. They bring people into a room just, you know, to keep unity and patriotism.
rheumatism, and they put on a big screen a picture of someone who was called Emmanuel Goldstein, and they have their 2-minute tape screaming at him periodically throughout the day. And if you weren't screaming like you really meant it, you could get in trouble with Big Brother. That's my life. They used to do it to me about every 6 months. Now they're just going to keep running through a series of members of the Trump administration. Oh, one other thing. This is about, when they go out last week, they probably moved on to something else right now. But this is about Trump saying to Comey, I hope you can take it easy on Mike Flynn.
Let it go.
Okay. The crucial fact that no one is mentioning is Mike Flynn breaks the law. It's perfectly appropriate for a transition member to be talking to them. This is what transition teams do. The Obama administration transition people admitted it. The Clinton people admitted it. Of course, Mike Flynn had to talk to Russia. The reason he was fired was because he lied to Mike Pence about it. That's in the president's prerogative, but because the deep state was being hysterical, I'm pretty sure it is not a crime to lie to the vice president.
That's a pretty good point. That's all he could have been charged with, is lying to Mike Pence. I don't see that in the statute.
Right. You know, taking it easy, I mean, I think it had more to do with, or lay off. I think it had more to do with, the demand for some sort of investigation. But, I mean, I suppose, the FBI is policemen. You can have bad cops. They can investigate anybody. They can for independent counsel.
Well, I hate to say we're out of time. Somebody call please. We're out of time. But everybody go to AnnCoulter.com. I'm sure tomorrow's column is going to be must reading. And if you go to AnnCoulter.com and sign up, you'll be the first to get it. Also follow Ann Coulter on Twitter and Facebook, and get her book, In Trump We Trust. Ann Coulter, thanks for being with us.
Thank you, Mark. Bye-bye.
All right, take care. Oh, and everybody check out the webpage. There's some great videos there today. If you hate that Don Lemon, watch this. Morgan Freeman, the great actor, straightening out Don Lemon on there, even cursing out live on CNN. Also, you have to read about this Apple headquarters. Take a look at the video. You will not believe what Steve Jobs built besides the greatest phone. He just built it. You never even see the video. And watch the top 5 worst golf shots ever. And these are all in feature terms. One is Tiger Woods. You won't believe how bad it is. There's all of them on the website. Go to 710WOR.com. Then go over the Mark Simone page. Or you can just go to 710WOR.com/Mark. 710WOR.com/Mark.
Your wish is on demand. Watch your favorite NBC shows whenever you want. Install the NBC4 app. For watching, you can also watch News 4 New York live right on your phone. Breaking news, weather, and investigative stories are a tap away. Search WNBC on the App Store now. Then get caught up on The Voice or watch Today in New York live during your morning commute. Never miss a headline or fear the spoiler alert. The NBC4 app. This is TV Now.
Hey, if you're redecorating, you should know about Janice. It's a really good place to get everything you need. They got the best service, finest product, excellent prices. Janice Paint and Decorating Center. Get the job done with that wonderful customer service, best product. They don't charge you a fee for custom color tinting. You'll love Janice. And mention the Zach and save $10 on a gallon of grease by Benjamin Moore. Now, to find a Janice near you, just go to janice.com.
Now, the Brokaw Report on WOR. I want to say something on behalf of my friend and colleague, Lester Holt, the anchor of NBC. He kept that job, of course, when Brian Williams was forced to sit down, and everyone wondered how he would do. Lester's been absent for a long time. How are you doing? Very well, thank you very much. The audience liked him a lot, as they did before. They must have, after that soul-binding interview that he did with the President of the United States, and his various explanations for how he came to fire James Comey. That day, and he does every day, the Brokaw Report.
You have persistent problems. It's methane affecting your daily life. You may have an option. Medical researchers are evaluating an investigational device for people who still have methane following municipal surgery. You will receive treatment from an orthopedic surgeon who specializes in sports medicine. Your physician will monitor your treatment follow-up visits using advanced diagnostic diagnostic technique. If you were 30 to 75 years of age, have had meniscus surgery over 6 months ago, then you may qualify. Please visit meniscus-trial.com for more information and to find out if you qualify for this clinical research opportunity. Limited space is available, so please visit meniscus-trial.com or call 877-829-1174. We're enrolling participants now at a medical facility near you. Visit meniscus-trial.com or call 877-829-1171.
Sean Hannity here, and my friends at Balance of Nature, they developed a product to help you improve your overall health by consuming more servings of fruits and vegetables. Balance of Nature's fruits and veggies supplements give your immune system the boost that it needs on a daily basis and sets the tone to improve and maintain your overall health. And Balance of Nature's fruits and veggies provide you with the same amount of nutrients of 31 different whole ripened fruits and vegetables every single day. Just go to balanceofnature.com and check out these success stories from people all across the country that are benefiting from Balance of Nature. And take Dr. Howard's Health Challenge and find out how to get 2 free sets of fruits and veggies. They'll even ship them to you for free with the promo code WOR. You'll even get a health coach to help guide you with no additional charge. Call for details, 1-800-246-8751. 1-800-246-8751. Or go to balanceofnature.com and find out how to get 2 free sets of fruits and veggies.
Hey, if you've been thinking about getting a home water filtration, it's a smart thing to do, and it's a no-brainer. You get yourself a home water filtration system. I mean, a really good, state-of-the-art one. You get the cleaner, safest, delicious water. Nothing better for your health-wise. Everything's going to taste better. I mean, it's the water you cook with, or make your coffee with. And remember, you can buy bottled water. You have to worry about the water you're brushing your teeth with and all that. You get a home water filtration system. There's one company you should use. Many of them do. Long Island Clean Water. They do the whole tri-state area. They get state-of-the-art home water filtration system. They'll do a wonderful job for you. It's a family-owned company that's been doing it for over 30 years. A+ rating. Long Island Clean Water. The number is 516-694-PURE. 516-694-PURE. Go to their website, licleanwater.com. licleanwater.com. Visit bwfreehold.com, where customers refer their friends and family.
WOR and WAXQ HD2 New York.
Well, it's time to figure out. Hey, I'll be on my Nightline tonight to 12:35. Of course, I'm Nightline here all day, shooting here in the studio. Let's go to Sal in Staten Island. Hey, Sal.
This is Jamal. How are you?
Good.
Second to all this, I call it.
Yeah, we only got a few seconds, Sal. What do you want to say?
It's amazing to me how people out there go on BS that spread about this president that we have that's trying to do the right thing.
Well,
It's not no common sense.
we go back to the words of Steve Bannon a year and a half ago. If you think they're just going to hand you your country back without a fight, you're mistaken. These swamp and this is Republicans do. Get yourself. Democrats, Republicans, the political class, the deep state, the permanent government, they want this guy gone. They want to send a message to all outsiders. Hey, Russian men, can't hear what he's got to say, but also men versus Arizona Diamondbacks today at 2 o'clock. To answer two, for Russia. You can hear him on the screen. WOR.com. WOR.com. I'm here every day, and I'll see you tomorrow at 10 a.m. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram, all this stuff. Thanks for listening. See you tomorrow at 10 WOR.
Len Berman and Josh Schmidt in the morning, and the New York Mets. 710 WOR, the voice of New York.
An iHeart radio station.
And we got 77 degrees at 12 noon this afternoon. I'm Jeff McKinney, GOP House Speaker Paul Ryan is making his judgment on controversy involving the Trump White House. We need to back. It is obvious that there are some people out there who want to harm the president, but we have an obligation to carry out our oversight regardless of which party is in the White House. And there are ongoing concerns about reports that President Trump has now former FBI Director James Comey to hold an investigation into former National Security Advisor Michael Flynn. In the Capitol briefing today, Ryan said facts are being gathered by appropriate congressional committees, and he noted that the Justice Department is also investigating Russian meddling in the presidential election.
Senate Democratic leader Chuck Schumer says his confidence in the Trump administration has been shaken by the events of the past few days.
There's been revelation after revelation, allegation after allegation of misconduct on the part of the president and his team. In the past 2 days, it's reached new heights.
And does Britain have confidence in President Trump? Yes, says the Prime Minister.
It wasn't a direct endorsement, but as did a news conference, Theresa May responded this way.
We have a very special relationship, as you know, with the United States of America. This is the most important defense and security relationship that we have around the world.
He also mentioned the president's backing of NATO.
We continue to work together, and we have confidence in that relationship between us and the United States, that it helps to keep us all safer.
In favor, she means the UK and Europe in general. Tom Murphy, ABC News, London.
A 14-year-old boy under arrest in charge of the Lower East Side Synagogue. Police were looking for 2 other teenagers suspected of setting the fire at the abandoned Beth Hamadrash Haggadol Synagogue on Norfolk Street. Flames broke out in the 167-year-old building Sunday night. The NYPD is beefing up patrols around mosques as Ramadan.
Police Commissioner James O'Neill says there will be extra officers and resources the public will not see around the Islamic places of worship during the upcoming holy month of Ramadan.
It should not be a time of fear or doubt. Regardless of where you're from or how you practice your religion, we want this month to be rewarding and trusted.
Now, there have been a dozen hate crimes so far this year against Muslims reported to police, a few more than this time last year. I'm Scott Pringle for 710 WOR.
Senator Tom Tillis is tweeting that he's doing well after collapsing during a race in Washington, D.C. The North Carolina Republican was seen being taken away by an ambulance. Tillis was competing in the ACLI Capital Challenge. That's a 3-mile run. Started in 2015 and he turned 57 in August. Nearly 20 years. Police have been criticized by several lawmakers, including John McCain and Tom Cotton. They will encourage future espionage. There's some breaking news. In-N-Out is no longer America's favorite hamburger chain for big in California. In a new Harris poll, 5 Guys has pushed In-N-Out to number 2 after a couple of years on top Shake Shack. The name is number 3 rather, on that list. And with forecast coming.
There are a lot of tax relief firms out there. Which one do you trust? Well, there's a company that wants to help you. These people you can trust. There's a guide at Rush Tax Resolution. If you owe the state or IRS over $10,000 or are on your audit, don't call the IRS on your own. You'll get creamed. Call 855-IRS-CALL. The number call 855-IRS-CALL. 855-477-2255. We all know we're David and they're Goliath. The folks, though, at Rush Tax actually like fighting with the IRS because they love putting for their clients. They are experts in IRS direct stock programs, stock levies, and garnishment staff, and can help you settle your taxes for the lowest amount possible. Call 855-IRS-CALL. The number call 855-IRS-CALL. If you owe the state or IRS over $10,000 or are on your audit, don't call the IRS. There's a company that wants to help. 855-477-2255 or go to rushtaxresolution.com. 855-477-2255 or rushtaxresolution.com.
Here's the WOR Weather Channel forecast. Record highs possible this afternoon as we're going to look at sunshine in the forecast. 90 are high. Clouds for tonight, low 71. Partly cloudy tomorrow with a high 90. And a mix of clouds and scattered showers and thunderstorms on Friday, 85. Cooler temperatures for the weekend. Richard Domenic at the Weather Channel on 710 WOR.
This report brought to you by LifeLock. Your personal for sale on the dark web. Monitoring your credit can't show you. But LifeLock sees a wide range of threats to your identity. If something happens, USB specialists can work to fix it. Go to LifeLock.com. Use promo code RED and save 10%.
On Wall Street, the Dow is taking a dive. It's down 259 points right now at 20,720. The NASDAQ is down bigger loss in terms of percentage. And the S&P 500 is down. Brought to you by LifeLock. Your personal control for sale on the dark web. Monitoring your credit can't show you that LifeLock is a wide range of threats to your identity. If something happens,
Hollywood doom cops. Here's the question. How many of these people out there do you think really believe that if Donald Trump is impeached, Hillary Clinton becomes president? Now, see, they're laughing in there over there. That's ridiculous. Nobody would think, you wait. You just wait. That's going to pop up. There are people, I guarantee you, I don't know what percentage, but I'm going to guarantee you that it's going to surprise you the number of people who are going to be shocked that when Trump goes, if he goes, and be Pence in there as the president. By the way, is that what the drive-bys are after? Well, what is all this really about? I want to take you back to November 22nd of 2016. You remember what date the election was last year, Mr. Snerdley? It was November 8th. So, literally 2 weeks after the election, people listening to this program heard me say that drive-by media is going to be devoted to getting Trump out of office. Not just bottlenecking his presidency and not just ruining it. Their objective is going to be, I don't care whether it's impeachment, resignation, I don't care what. They're going to do everything they can to destroy his presidency. They can't force him out of office. The next thing they're going to do is make sure that he fails at everything he wants to do. They'll do this for a bunch of reasons. Among them, and at the very top of the list, I think, is so they can prove to themselves they can still do it. I have rethought that last part. I mean, it really, what all this still boils down to is the establishment closing ranks and getting rid of the outsiders. I won't get into this in detail today, but that's really what this is all about. And if you stop, I want to go back here. I want to print it out Trump's inaugural address. I want to reset that picture for you. I want to remind you what you saw. By the way, greetings. This is the Marshall Law Program. You know that. Telephone number 800-282-2882. Great to have you here. So it's last January's inauguration. And of course the drive-bys are covering everything starting at dawn. And you remember when the limousine dropped Mr. and Mrs. Trump over at the White House, and Barack and Michelle Nivell are out there to greet them. And one of the odd things that happened was that Melania Trump presented a gift to Mrs. Obama. It was a Tiffany something, because it was a Tiffany box. And it looked like, what the hell is this? It looked like she'd been given a bomb that day. She didn't know what to do with it. She had no appreciation for it. And that struck me. The fact that she rolled her eyes and started looking around like, what kind of joke is this? And it was just standard manners. You go over to the house, maybe you take a bottle of wine, you take a gift. They were showing up, Melania Trump building a bridge here, trying to connect. And Michelle Obama was really rude, I thought, the way she dealt with that. But she's probably, this is one of the things I know. And then the Trumps go in and supposed to have the coffee and tea with the Obamas. They come right back out, they get the limo, and they head on up the Capitol Hill to get ready for the inauguration. And so the cameras switch to what's going on. Capitol Hill, you have the inaugural stand, you've got the crowds building and so forth. You have the dignitaries arriving. And the dignitaries arriving looked like they couldn't believe that they were where they were. They had looks of vacant despair on their faces. There wasn't a celebratory mood among any of the Washington Washington establishment culture. Ex-president, ex-vice president, ex-this, ex-that, the people that are up there on the actual inaugural stand saying George W. Bush came in and they sat down and it looked to me like Trump had walked into the Star Wars bar scene. Or maybe they thought Trump was the bar rule that the Star Wars bar scene was. But you can just tell that the traditionalists in the establishment gathered there was not something that they were here to celebrate. They were simply behaving according to traditional dictates. Okay, the president being inaugurated, we had to show up with the thing. This is crazy. This is odd. Nobody can believe it. Still couldn't get the fact that Trump won in their heads. Obama then shows up, and he's walking down the aisle, headed toward the stage inside the Capitol building. And he's got a look of reflection on his face, and he's saying to the media, hey, what up, man? What up? Hey, hang up, hang up. Trump, I want to share with you how that speech opened. You go back and read the first part of Trump's inaugural address, and you will understand what is happening today. You will understand why it began on Election Day last year. Trump said today's ceremony, however, has very special meaning. Because today we are not merely transferring power from one administration to another, or from one party to another. We are transferring power from Washington and giving it back to you, the American people. The H.R. McMaster pronunciation there. For too long, Trump said, a small group who has reaped the rewards of government while a people who have borne its loss. Washington flourished, but the people did not share in its wealth. Politicians prospered, but the jobs left and the factories closed. The establishment protected itself, but not the citizens of our country. It's not been your victory. Their triumphs have not been your triumphs. And while they celebrated on our nation's capital, there was little to celebrate struggling families all across our land. That all changed, starting right here, right now. This moment is yours. Belongs to you, it belongs to everyone gathered here today. And everyone watching all across the world. This is your day. This is your day. This is your celebration. And this United States of America is your country. What truly matters is not which party controls our government, but whether our government is controlled by the people. January 20th, 2017 will be remembered as the day the people became the rulers of this nation again. Forgotten and considered our country will be forgotten no longer. Everyone is listening to you now. Everybody is listening. I'm part of this choice. Right there in her lap, it was unlocked, it was ready to be utilized. I mean, everybody on that panel, that stage,
soon.